Well, for the first time in many weeks, Dolton trustees and Mayor Tiffany Henyard held a public meeting together, but not at Village Hall.
A Dolton home that she leased to Mayor Tiffany Henyard has filed eviction papers. She says Henyard has not.
Tiffany Henyard, the mayor of Dolton, Illinois, has been a subject of controversy due to her controversial decisions. She was initially praised as the super mayor, but her tenure has led to legal entanglements and public outrage. Her appointment of Ronald Burge as the new police chief was a controversial decision, despite numerous warnings. Burge's legal status with the Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standards Board was inactive, meaning he was not legally allowed to carry a firearm or lead an entire police department. Despite this, Henyard continued with her decision, setting the stage for a battle that would drag her through the courts and fuel further public outrage. The town's trustees were opposed to the appointment, warning her that she had not sought approval from the village board or adhered to the village's ordinances. Despite these warnings, Henyard continued with the appointment, fueling further public outrage. Since taking office in 2021, Henyard has faced numerous scandals and legal challenges, including her extravagant spending habits, which were criticized, for using taxpayer money for extravagant trips, dinners, and even a Valentine's Day party. Henyard has also been accused of surrounding herself with individuals of dubious backgrounds, such as former police chief L. Lacey, who some argue are more likely to help her consolidate power than challenge her leadership. Her appointments have been enacted with the state's law enforcement training program, and now with Burge's appointment under fire, the same concerns are resurfacing. Henyard seems to prioritize loyalty and control over competence and legal compliance, as demonstrated by Burge's appointment, which was deemed unfit to serve in the police. Henyard is pursuing Burge's appointment as interim police chief, despite warnings that he has failed to meet the required requalification standards. This has led to accusations that Henyard is more interested in maintaining her inner circle's loyalty than ensuring the safety and legal integrity of Dolton. The controversy surrounding Burge's appointment has escalated, with a restraining order filed by the town's trustees to prevent Burge from serving as interim police chief. The judge initially sided with the trustees, but later reversed the decision, allowing Burge to serve in an interim capacity for 30 days. However, the trustees, supported by a letter from the Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standards Board, argued that Burge should not be allowed to serve at all due to his inactive status. The debate continues to raise questions about the trustworthiness of a person legally unable to carry a firearm or fulfill police duties, a matter that goes beyond politics and into the realm of public safety. Mayor Dolton Henyard's leadership has faced a backlash from those opposed to her, who believe she is challenging the status quo. Her continued defiance of the law and local ordinances has made it difficult for many to trust her judgment. Despite the mounting scandals, Henyard has shown no signs of stepping down and recently announced her candidacy for a second term as mayor. Her first election victory in 2021 was decisive, with over 80% of the vote. The question now is whether the trust of the people still holds with each new scandal. However, Henyard has shown an uncanny ability to thrive in turmoil, taking pride in controversy and using it as a platform for her power. Her refusal to resign despite public pressure is a testament to her determination to stay in control. The road ahead will be anything but smooth, as her public controversies have not been enough to secure her second term. Mayor Helen Hull and her partner Kamal Woods are facing eviction from a rental property due to unpaid rent. The landlord, Janetta Ho, has taken legal action after failing to serve eviction papers. The dispute has deepened public distrust of Mayor Hull's ability to manage personal legal responsibilities and finances. The town's residents are now at a crossroads, grappling with her questionable political decisions and personal shortcomings. Scandals, legal battles, and ethical lapses have created an atmosphere of disillusionment and frustration, leaving many wondering whether she can still lead. The mayor's personal and professional lives are colliding, and residents are left questioning her ability to lead a town if she cannot manage her own finances and legal responsibilities. Dolton, Illinois, is facing a political thriller with a controversial leader, a town in turmoil, and a legal battle that seems to have no end in sight. Mayor Tiffany Henyard's hold on power appears more tenuous, but her refusal to back down means the drama will likely continue. People must decide, whether to support her, whose leadership is increasingly marred by scandals, or whether the time has come for a change as she prepares for her re-election campaign. The fate of her political career hangs in the balance, and whether she can survive the storm and come out on top or face mounting pressure will keep Dolton and the wider public watching. The drama surrounding her leadership has left residents questioning the future of
Even
their
if
town,
Henyard and Woods come
and
up
whether
with
she
the
can
money,
continue
Hall
to
has
weather
made
the
it clear
storm,
she wants them
or her
out for
time in
good.
office
On
is
a
nearing its
month-to-month
end
lease,
as legal battles continue. The mayor of Dolton, Virginia, has been facing a series of scandals and controversies, including a personal dispute with her landlord, Kamal Woods. The couple has been accused of not paying rent since August, leading to overdue payments and mounting tension. H has attempted to serve eviction notices, but has been met with evasive tactics from the couple. H alleges that they changed the locks on the rental property, preventing her from accessing the home for maintenance. This personal dispute has tarnished her reputation as mayor, as she is expected to set an example of civic responsibility. H's comments that the couple believe they are above the law resonate with many Dolton residents who feel that she is more concerned with her personal interests than the well-being of the town. This latest debacle is just the latest in a long list of scandals and controversies that have plagued her tenure. The public dissatisfaction with the eviction case and her financial misconduct in Dolton and Thoron Township has intensified. The FBI is investigating her alleged misuse of public funds, focusing on questionable government contracts, excessive personal expenditures, and lavish spending on events. This has led to growing concerns about her ability to responsibly manage taxpayer dollars and the betrayal of public trust. Residents are frustrated that their hard-earned tax dollars are being spent on personal indulgences rather than improving the community. Dolton's finances are also a major point of contention, with a significant budget deficit and vendors claiming they have not been paid for months. This sense of fiscal mismanagement has sparked outrage, questioning how a public official could be so careless with public funds, especially when a town's future is at stake. Subpoenas were issued to both towns and townships earlier this year, as part of an ongoing investigation. Henyard's leadership in Dolton has become increasingly disconnected from the needs of the community as the town faces budget shortfalls and the aftermath of her personal and financial scandals. Residents are questioning why elected officials prioritize personal luxuries and power grabs over community issues. Henyard's remarks claiming they can act without regard for rules have reinforced the public's disillusionment with a mayor who prioritizes her own interests over the community's. Despite facing mounting criticism and calls for her resignation, Henyard remains defiant, doubling down on her leadership position. Her lavish spending and failure to address critical community issues have overshadowed any positive achievements she could have made. The public is more focused on her controversial decisions, financial mismanagement, and personal scandals than on any efforts to improve the town. Dolton Mayor Helene Hanger's personal legal troubles and federal inquiry into her financial conduct have heightened the situation in the town. The mayor's alleged misuse of public funds, including a $443,000 Amazon spending spree, has left many residents questioning her reckless spending on a budget deficit. Additionally, reports suggest that Henyard used public funds for personal purchases at stores like Target, Walgreens, and Wayfair. Despite Dolton's ongoing financial struggles and a looming deficit nearing $5 million, residents feel their tax dollars are being spent on unnecessary personal luxuries rather than addressing the pressing needs of their community. The growing list of issues under her leadership has become too much for many residents to overlook while she remains in office. Hanger's support continues as Dolton citizens demand answers, and her inability to address the pressing needs of their community may seal her fate. The situation in Dolton is at a critical juncture, and her inability to address these issues could be a significant factor in her downfall. Mayor Tiffany Henyard's leadership is facing mounting scrutiny from various sources, including the ongoing eviction battle and a federal investigation into her financial conduct. The public is increasingly unwilling to ignore her actions, and the financial turmoil in Dolton, Illinois has worsened under her leadership. The village's general fund balance plummeted from over $5 million in 2022 to a deficit of $365 million by May 2024. This decline in the town's financial health has sparked outrage among residents, who question how their town found itself in such a dire position. Despite mounting evidence against her, Henyard has remained resolute, denying any wrongdoing and dismissing the accusations as part of a larger political power grab. She accused critics of attempting to discredit her leadership. In a fiery 90-minute Facebook Live session, Henyard, the leader of Dolton, has been accused of political targeting and threatening legal action against critics. This has fueled public anger and skepticism, with many residents feeling disillusioned with her leadership. The financial crisis and rising legal troubles have further exacerbated the situation, leaving citizens questioning the future of the town. Henyard has suggested starting a podcast to address the mounting accusations against her and present her side of the story. However, these plans have not come to fruition, leaving the public with vague statements and a lack of transparency. The town's future is in question, and residents are demanding answers. Henyard has suggested starting a podcast to set the record straight and addressing the mounting accusations against her, but these plans have not come to fruition. The lack of concrete evidence supporting her narrative has deepened public mistrust of her leadership. She claims to be a political sabotage leader fighting against a corrupt system, but many view her as a self-serving leader whose actions have contributed to Dolton's decline. The ongoing investigations into her questionable spending practices, including alleged misappropriation of public funds, have intensified the scrutiny surrounding her leadership. The town's growing budget deficit is a key factor in the economic instability, and many feel that she has been more focused on defending her reputation than addressing the serious financial issues facing Dolton. Additionally, she and her partner, Kamal Woods, are embroiled in an eviction case related to unpaid rent on their rental property in Dolton. This personal legal issue has added to the public perception that she is failing to balance her personal and professional responsibilities. Critics argue that her actions in Dolton have contributed to the decline of the town and have eroded her credibility. Dolton's financial crisis is worsening, and residents are increasingly disillusioned with the leadership of Mayor Henrietta. The town is on the brink of financial collapse, and many citizens believe that Henrietta's failure to address the fiscal instability has played a significant role in its downfall. The public is skeptical of Henrietta's ability to lead legal investigations, and her reputation is taking a toll. Financial mismanagement and personal scandals are taking a toll on her reputation, and many wonder if she can ever recover from the damage done. The public's trust in Henrietta has eroded, and it seems unlikely that she can salvage her position or repair the damage to Dolton's finances. The situation is now at a critical juncture, and residents are left to decide whether Henrietta is a victim of political conspiracy or the central figure behind the turmoil. Henrietta maintains a defiant stance, insisting that she has been unfairly targeted. The evidence against her continues to mount, and the people of Dolton are left to grapple with the situation. The town of Dolton is facing chaos, instability, financial mismanagement, legal troubles, and a growing public disaffection due to the leadership of Henyard. It remains unclear whether Henyard can turn things around or if her controversial leadership will ultimately bring her down. The public's frustration is growing, and the stakes are higher than ever under her leadership.